Welcome to the Break It On Papers Review on your latter station. This is 32 FM 94.9 and it's a beautiful Wednesday morning, the 18th of June 2025. We hope that it's a beautiful day for you. We start off with the front page of the Punch, Vanguard, the Premium Times, and as much papers as we can touch this morning. I am at DENIKE at Dimuwago, live on Facebook. It's 32FM 949 Fenye. We're starting off with the Punch newspaper. And the first story, a major one, says Benue bloodshed, Governor Assembly at odds as SGF ex-generals move in. Alright, 45-year-old man faces trial for discharging refuse on Lagos Road. Dele Bashiru set for new role under Sari. And Chukwueze faces uncertain Milan future. That's on the sports side of things. Nigeria imports 1.2 trillion naira crude as Lagos output stumbles. It also says RAPS probe 1.12 trillion naira anchor borrowers fund diversion. Fuel distribution scheme will create jobs, says Dangote Refinery. Ex-VP Sambo, former minister, trade blame over failed power privatization. PDP crisis, chair governors INEC hold emergency talks. And BDAN recommits to banking sector advocacy. 6 suspected cultists arrested after initiation ceremony in Anambra. CBN dividend ban rattles bank stocks, stirs recapitalization. And also, reps begin probe into 1.12 trillion misused agri funds. Karma in action, LP mocks Tinubu over APC Gombe crisis. And some stories out of the Vanguard headlines. Pastor Adefara Singh granted bail as investigation continues. Benue killings are gory ordeal by survivors. Resurgence of idol worship in Igbo land. Bishop indicts church leaders. Also, Benue attacks. Nobody can eliminate any tribe on earth. SGF. I will use my personal vehicle as Lagos governor if GRV. Pastor, all right, I think I've taken this one. Let's move on to Benue killings. All right, moving on. Ghanaian investors sue Nigeria police, EFCC, over alleged harassment, demand 200 million naira damages. As well as 2027 APC mocks PDP mocks APC over Gombe brawl, says no to political violence. INEC remains pillar of Nigeria's democracy, Tinubu. INEC rejects PDP NEC meeting notice, cites errors. Local government post, Lagos APC presents flags to 433 candidates, kicks off campaign. Insecurity, criticism trails Katsina, Sokoto peace moves with bandits. 2027 Tinubu's endorsement, Shetima's gain. As well as Naira depreciates to 1,598 Naira to $1 in parallel market. 41-year-old woman docked for alleged conspiracy. 8.8 million Naira theft. And bricklayer bags life imprisonment for defiling minor in toilet. And the Premium Times, Israel-Iran war, Trump demands Iran's unconditional surrender, threatens Ayatollah Khamenei. Nigeria's current Lassa fever fatality rate worse than 2024, according to the NCDC. Also, body of late Nigerian boxer 𝐔𝐿 Olanrewaju arrives in Lagos amid tears, tributes. Technology disruptions reduced donor funding, threaten Nigeria's media sustainability. That's a report out of the Premium Times. EFCC rearraigns Bauchi Accountant General for 1.49 billion naira fraud. Midterm Senate spokesperson disagrees with Bamidele, insists chamber passed 844 bills. Tinubu inaugurates construction of new INEC office, says commission remains pillar of democracy. Technology disruptions reduced donor. All right, taking that. Let's move on to another paper. Okpebolo to return missionary schools in Edo. And also says Anambra government approves 9.72 billion naira for erosion road projects. And the Guardian reports loan federal government to link credit scores to NIN. Defaulters risks passport, others denial. Uneasy calm as Senate screens Cross River indigene to head Rivers Electoral Commission. As well as some more stories, Kaduna Polo dictates turf to Dawule Baba. Away from that one, Japa doctors must be incentivized to stay in Nigeria, says Obasanjo. CBN issues routine guidance, says banks are healthy. Police squeeze Adefarasi over viral firearm video. Sanwo-Olu calls for innovation, structured reforms in Nigeria's tax sector. Some more stories. Ghanaian investors drag IGP EFCC to court, demand 200 million naira for rights abuse. Shippers seek replacement of container deposit refund with insurance model. We'll take a look at one final story and move on to a first commercial break of the morning. It says FRSC warns motorists against bribery, urges payment of fines to banks. We'll go on that break now. Remember, we're live on Facebook. It's 32FM 949. Fenye Austin Idomu is on standby for the analysis this morning. Do stay with us. We'll be right back.
You're listening to 32FM 94.9.
Mr. Teacher, please, what happens when children come to school? How is it that they leave home very neat and return looking so different?
Non-stop action, ma. All the learning and sports burn energy. So those sweat stains, dirty uniforms and shoes, they show that your kid has been very active.
Now, wow.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! Golden penny pasta, what's your reason? What's your reason, oh? Everybody gather round. Come and hear the news in town. From the kitchen to my heart, every single body's a thrill. With every bowl I share, I find more reasons.
There are more reasons to love Golden Penny Pasta, enriched with protein and fiber for you and your loved ones. Golden Penny Pasta, great taste, good nutrition.
Ayọ̀ abara tíntín. Bára ọmọ bá le koko, tọmọ ń ta kébékébé àti ìyá àtọmọ ni yóò máa yọ̀ ṣẹ̀kẹ̀n. Àmọ́ wo tó bá di pé ara ọmọ ìkókó ò fẹ́ mókun, tára rẹ̀ ń lọ wọ́ọ́rọ́ tí kò sì dákẹ́ igbe, kò sí ìfòyà màmá bọ̀m̀bọ́ì. Rexall paracetamol drop ni kò yá ànáwọ́ gan lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. Apilẹ̀ṣẹ̀ Rexall paracetamol drop fún ara gbígbóná àti òjòjò lára ọmọdé. A ṣe pẹ̀lú adùn eléso kó lè rọrùn fún àwọn ọmọdé láti mu. Pẹ̀lú èròjà tó máa ń jẹ́ kó silẹ̀ pẹ̀sẹ̀ nínú àwọn ọmọ. Rexall paracetamol drop. Ìlera ọmọ, ìdùnnú ìyá ni Rexall paracetamol. Ó tún wà ní olómi fún àwọn ọmọ tó ń rákò àti oníhóró fún àwọn àgbàlagbà. Bí ara kò bá ṣe wéré lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ méjì, lọ rí dókítà rẹ̀. Rexall paracetamol. Daily Need Industries ló ṣe é.
Win 20,000 naira daily with Cocoa Box and 32FM.
Partnering with 32FM 94.9, Cocoa Box offers you a chance to win 20,000 naira daily with just 500 naira. Here's how to play. 1. Dial *347*253# and follow the prompts. 2. Indicate the number of times you want to play. 3. It generates a one-time account number for payment. 4. Make payments via your bank app, USSD, or visit a nearby POS with generated account number. Important, the account number is valid for a few minutes and for that specific transaction only. Please note that if you don't complete the transaction on this generated account, you won't be able to create another one. Increase your chances. Play multiple times to boost your odds of winning. Draw schedule. Raffle draw 9:30 a.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. 10 lucky winners daily, each winning 20,000 naira. Total payment 200,000 naira daily. And on Saturdays, 2 lucky winners will be selected on Ege by 1 p.m. Get started. Dial *347*253# now and win big with just 500 naira.
Welcome to Bet Great. Bet on sports. Confirm bonus up to 350% and stand a chance to win with Bet Great. You can cash out and auto cash out whenever you want. So you're always in charge. Na casino game you want? You can pilot yourself with Bet Great on Aviator and much more. And be in cruise control. Join using promo code GOAL and get your welcome free bet. Experience these and much more in our shops or online on betgreat.com. Be great. Bet Great. Bet responsibly. Only 18 plus.
Adẹ́dàdá aláwọ̀ funfun. Ọmọ aráyé ṣàfikún ẹwà rẹ̀ sí dúdú. Bẹ́ẹ̀, àtọ̀run ló ti yàn pín. Àjùmọ̀rìn pẹ̀láwọn ìgbìmọ̀ rẹ̀ kì í fi ṣàkì í ṣeré. Gbẹ̀gìrì àtomi ọbẹ̀ tí kò ta. Ẹja ọ̀sán. Panla a máa mú ìrìn àjò rẹ̀ yá kíákíá. Ọba làmàlà láàrin àwọn oúnjẹ. Máa jẹ àmàlà kó o sì lókun tó jíire. Ẹ kú ojú lọ́nà.
ọ̀rẹ́ mi tí ń bẹ nílùú òyìnbó sọ pé àwọn máa ń ra ẹlẹtíróníìksì wọ́n sì máa sanwó ẹ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ bí wọ́n ti ń gbowó lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n ní nàìjíríà wa yìí ó máa gba 20,000 naira wọ́n sì máa retí pé kó kó 500,000 naira wà lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà láti fi ra nǹkan bó bá fẹ́ ra tv náà ó máa tówó jọ bí ẹni dọ́jọ́ ìgbéyàwó sọ́nà.
Àlàyé farabalẹ̀ ṣé o ti gbọ́ nípa CDK ni.
Ó dé o CDK kí ni.
Níbẹ̀ lèmi ti ra fóònù ọwọ́ mi tó ń wò yìí fìríìjì washing machine home theatre tí mo sì ń sanwó díẹ̀díẹ̀ kódà kò ní owó èlé kankan iye tán sì ń tà lọ́jà gan-an onímúra.
Irọ́ o ṣé lóòótọ́ wọn ò fowó kankan kún kẹ̀.
ọ̀rẹ́ wa n ò fowó kankan kún kódà gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tí mo rà lọ́dọ̀ wọn ni wọ́n ti gbé fún mi tí ì sì tí ì sanwó mi tán tí mò ń sanwó mi díẹ̀díẹ̀. ọ̀rẹ́ wa kí ló dé tó ń yọra rẹ lẹ́nu ǹjẹ́ ló mọ̀ pé pẹ̀lú CDK o lè ra àwọn nǹkan èlò inú ilé tó sì máa sanwó díẹ̀díẹ̀.
download CDK báyìí lórí Google Play Store tàbí App Store.
CDK, making life easier. One day now, one day. Work no go rest deep. Say you still fit go on holiday. Make you no day complain. Retire in grand style. Make it worth your while. Choose a partner that will stress you out. Let's shape your future. Access ARM is working for you. Access ARM is investing for you. To live a life that you dream for you. We no go for your head.
Let's help you shape the future you deserve. Access ARM Pensions. Future shaping.
Feel better about your life.
32 FM, 94.9, the antidote to depression.
Thank you for staying tuned to the Break It Down Papers Review on 32 FM 94.9 this morning. And it's time for some of the analysis of the headlines. I am at DENIKE at 𝐷𝐿. I said before that Austin Doom was on standby for some analysis. Good morning, Austin.
Good morning, DENIKE, and thank you for having me.
All right. Good morning and welcome. We can't seem to hear you quite clearly. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me clearly now?
Not really. Hello. Please talk again.
Hello, DENIKE. I'm with you.
Okay.
Good morning and thank you for having me.
Okay, that's much better. All right. Let's begin today with the president's visit to Benue State. I think that's a very major one, looking at the activities of the last couple of days. Now, a lot of people, of course, criticize the president for not visiting the troubled state. They were expecting a rather proactive and fast reaction to the killings, but today he's going to be visiting. It happened last Friday, and he's going to be paying condolence visit to the people of the state. There was also some documents passed around, some papers passed around about how the youth should mobilize. What sort of parade should start from the airport when the president is coming? And some people have said, that's quite unnecessary at this time, but we can't rule out the fact that he's a president and should be welcomed properly into the state. But how do we also put that side by side by the people who are grieving and a state that is currently mourning?
Yeah, I think the bottom line is that the president is finally visiting Benue State. This massacre happened, I think, on Friday. And today is Wednesday already, and the president is visiting. I think the major duty of the president is to provide security. It's good to visit trouble areas, but of course, the president necessarily don't have to physically visit to be able to guarantee security. If we have a kind of change in strategy, if that is what we're going to look at, I think whatever that needs to be done should be done. The needless killing in Benue is becoming one too many, ranging for communal clashes, elders, what have you. The government must be able to curb them. If you find out that some people are coming into the country who are not indigenous to destroy your people, to kill your people in such a manner, I think the responsibility lies on the government to provide a beacon of hope as a result of security provision. So the president is going. Nobody will expect any president in the world to casually visit a war zone, a troubled zone. So of course, security is going to be extraordinarily beefed up, especially for the fact that the president had to make the announcement of his visit well ahead of the time. So whatever that needs to be done, we want to see concrete action. We want to see an end, a total end to the needless killing in Benue. Because a lot of things are involved in the massacre that is going on in Benue, ranging from ethnic, ranging from communal clashes, and what have you. And don't forget, anything that affects Benue threatening directly food security in the country. So whatever we have to do, the governor should learn to work with his people, work with your people, work with the locals. Let's encourage the individuals, local people, to monitor their area, to beef up security.
Are we not taking this?
Permission of the government.
Are we not taking this with kids' glove, rather than naming them in terms of defining what they truly are? Because this is, a situation that affects the country, like you say. Whatever affects Benue trickles down to the rest of the country. And it seems like we're just rather watching all of it happen. I also want you to touch on what the Benue State Governor, talked about, Hyacinth Alia, something about rejecting calls for self-defense by residents. Are we quite sure that this is what we want, especially looking at how the attacks are coming on? Should people not be allowed to defend themselves instead of asking the communities to support policing system? It doesn't seem like that's exactly what we need.
Nigeria is not in a failed state position. I don't think self-defense can work. You can only defend yourself with somebody who is equally harmless, maybe physical combat or what have you. People that are coming up with sophisticated fighting equipment. How do you defend yourself with bare arms? This citizen, this local, are they going to be armed with AK-47? So it is neither here nor there. In my view, what the government should expedite action on is the issue of the state police. Of course, the government is doing everything possible to bring it to life. It has to go through administrative bottleneck and some other area. Governors, I think larger percentage of the governors have agreed to state policing in the country. So whatever we have to do, We just really have to do it. This is the height of it, the latest number of people that have been murdered. So Benue State Governor, in my view, I think that was right. You can't encourage people to start taking arms. Before you know it, it will result into a total state of anarchy and complete breakdown of law and order. We can still support the existing security structure. The only thing that we can't do is to strengthen the existing security structure. Let attention be focused on Benue. This idea of treating them with kid gloves. Let the military wipe them out. The military has the capacity to wipe them out. Criminals are criminals. They don't have any bearing. They don't have any ethnic group. But my fear is that when the military start this offensive, are we not going to have a situation where we will now think that, oh, maybe they are killing innocent people, or what are they? Who are these criminals? Where are they? Where are they coming from? They are coming from somewhere in Nasarawa and some other neighboring state. Let the government go all out for them through the military and wipe them out.
I guess we must.
Asking people who are harmless to go into self-defense, I don't think that can work.
I guess we must talk about the National Emergency Management that has deployed essential relief materials to provide succor to those displaced and affected in Benue. But it also speaks to the fact that now we have some displaced persons once again. And are we strong enough to also cater to these displaced persons as some of these incidents have happened?
Yes, if we have emergency response to displaced people, how about those that have lost their life? That should just be like a stopgap. A life that is lost cannot be brought back. That's the issue. So there have always been IDP camp in Benue. It didn't start today. But what we should be having at this time is a reduction in the number of IDP. That is what you should be having. We can't continue to multiply IDP camps here and there when we are not in a full-blown war situation. So that is the area the government will work on. We can work on resettling people who have been in IDP before now, not allowing a situation that the number of IDPs will continue to increase in a civil country. So the government really have to step up. Whatever the issues are, the ones that can be solved through dialogue, let us dialogue. The ones that require military offensive, let's launch military offensive against these people. They are not ghosts. They are not ghosts. They are mostly from among us. Even if they are not nationals, if they are not Nigerian citizens, they came from somewhere. They hibernate somewhere. They mastermind their attack somewhere. They carry out their operation from a particular location. So let's locate them. Let's take them out. That's my view.
All right, let's look at this one that says the federal government is set to roll out a landmark reform linking Nigerians' credit scores to their NIN. That's the national identification numbers. It's reported that this move is designed to establish a unified and transparent credit system across the country. It says that if you have some sort of loan, you might not be able to reapply for a passport, and you might not be able to get some other documentation. I want you to touch on this as regards the fact that we've had similar situations of register for this, it will link this and that. Are you looking at maybe people have to now queue? I do not know or think that this might be done manually, but then we have these things coming up here and there. Okay, go and do your BVN, go and do your NIN. And then at the end of the day, do we eventually link these things to also track people that are defaulting in one way or another, truly?
Yeah, I think the system is improving. However, we still have the issue of adequate data. Our data inaccuracy is a major problem. Some of these things, you get them at the tip of your finger in some other client. It's a good initiative that when whatever you are, wherever you are, your system is adequately synchronized into the integrated system of the government, and whatever you want will be addressed. Sometimes ago, people will collect loan in Nigeria, they will run out of the country. They feel that, oh, that is the end of the world. A system has been put in place that in recent time will become extremely difficult. You have to still pay some of this loan that you have taken. My take is that if it's a credit score rating, if you want to apply for passports, it is not right that somebody will say, oh, because you are owing somewhere. There's a difference between owing and paying your debt. You might be owing and genuinely you are servicing your debt. If you are servicing your debt, that doesn't make you a debtor. It is when you have the mind to owe, in your heart, you know that you are not going to pay or you are defaulting. That is why you are a debtor. So in advanced country too, they do credit rating. If it is bleeding, you look for a way to shore it up. There is aggregate score that is allowable. So integrating our system in terms of efficient database is the way to go. So whatever government can do, my view is that it's even belated. We should have everything. This should also help us to track criminality in the land. Because if we talk about those that are criminal, they use mobile phone. Some of them even use internet. They are on the social media. They post their wicked and nefarious activity on the social media. How come we are not able to track them? Because if a car is stolen in Ibadan, for example, and the car has a tracker, it can be tracked from anywhere in the country. So how come we are not able to track criminality easily by use of mobile phone, for example, and SIM leakage? So this initiative that the government is bringing, of course, it should not bring hardship. Let them do it in such a way that at the end of the day, we have a single database that wherever you get to, when they put in your detail, everything about you will come up. It will work for all of us, and that will be better.
All right. In Rivers State, Senate begins screening President Bola Tinubu's nominees for key commissions under the emergency rule imposed in the state. And there seemed to be, according to the Guardian's report, a controversy in the nomination of Dr. Michael Ekpai-Ode, a Cross River State indigene, and he's to serve as chairman of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, a move raising serious legal and constitutional concerns. It's reported. I want you to touch on that. I mean, since the declaration of emergency rule in Rivers State, the National Assembly has taken over the functions of the State House of Assembly. And looking at how this is playing out, it seems like there are concerns about whether this person should serve as chairman of RVSIC.
I think a lot of people, they don't understand that currently Rivers is not being governed by under a normal situation. River is not a democratic state in Nigeria as we speak today. A lot of people have not been able to recover from that. The sole administrator, is he an indigene of River State? It was imported from somewhere. What we can work towards and what we can say is that let us do everything possible to make the emergency rule to be short-lived, to be cut short, so that democratic structure, democratic governance can be restored in River State. All of this appointment, they are appointing somebody from somewhere. The case in River is no longer democratic. When you create a state of emergency, for example, I'm not talking about removing the governor, which is illegal. If you declare a case of emergency, for example, maybe in the security sector, any sector, it means that you are suspending the law for that moment to be able to take some extraordinary action. So I don't know why people debate this all over TV station and what have you. The case in River is not normal. So whatever that is happening now, let us hope that it does not last for too long. Let the emergency rule as a matter of urgency comes to an end so that democratic structure can be restored. That cannot happen in a democratic setting. But it's no longer democratic.
We have to go on a break. Please hold that thought. We'll be back. Do stay with us. 32 FM 94.9.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
Every day when my children return from school, I don't recognize them. Hello, do I know you?
It's us, mommy.
But these dirty, sweaty uniforms and socks, we're clean in the morning. Everything don't transform. I understand though. School is hectic. It takes energy to come home this transformed. So I make sure they have some nutritious Milo at breakfast.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Golden penny pasta, what's your reason? What's your reason? Oh, everybody gather round. Come and hear the news in town. From the kitchen to my heart, every single body's a thrill. With every bowl I share, I find more reasons.
There are more reasons to love Golden Penny pasta, enriched with protein and fiber for you and your loved ones. Golden Penny pasta, great taste, good nutrition.
I have a little cup, sir. in my little chest, sir. Anytime I cough, sir, it makes a heavy sound,
I
sir.
see. You have a cough. I know just what you need. I'll give you Uniplex. It will clear your chest fast. Fast, fast, fast. Clear your chest fast.
Uniplex. Uniplex.
Uniplex cough syrup gives you relief from sore throat, cold and chesty coughs. Manufactured by Daily Needs Industries Limited. Uniplex cough syrup is for children and adults.
Uniplex. Uniplex.
If symptoms persist after 2 days, consult your doctor.
kò bá jẹ́ 24 29 tàbí 32 ṣáà ti fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú wa lórí gbogbo ìkànnì ìbánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ kàn tẹ 32fm949 ẹ̀yẹ̀ fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀.
bí mo bá fẹ́ ṣe ìgbádùn ara mi kí n fi oúnjẹ tó yáàyè ṣe àgbèjì ara máa yá mú ọba oúnjẹ ìbáà jẹ́ dúdú fẹ́ẹ́rẹ́fẹ́ tàbí funfun lẹ́lẹ́ pẹ̀lú alábàárìn rẹ̀ gbẹ̀gìrì aláwọ̀ òféèfé tó ki lẹ́kẹ́tí àti àwọn àkọlùkọ gbà ọ̀rẹ́ tòótọ́ rẹ̀ bíi pọ̀nmọ́ kíká tó ká bíi táyà tó gba tàhánu tàbí ẹja kíká aborí dúdú réwúréwú ìpàdé dọ̀nà fún tòló. àmàlà mi ọ̀wọ́n ẹ kú ojú lọ́nà.
ẹ máa rọra o ẹ jẹ́ ká gbẹ́sẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ láàrin ìṣẹ́jú méjì a ó dòrò ilé wa.
ìṣẹ́jú méjì a sì ti rin kìlómítà kan ẹ dákun orí ilẹ̀ là ń lọ ní àbáginjù àmọ́ gbé èèyàn mọ́ tí ẹ ṣáàjùlé ọ̀run.
bí ẹ bá gbóhùn èèyàn mọ́ mo lérò pé ṣáà ń gbóhùn àwọn yòókù tí ń ké sí o sí o ohun ojú wọn lójú rí nígbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ ilé àti ilẹ̀ títà ti di tajà tẹran ń lèmi ti mọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn olùgbàdì jìbìtì tó pọ̀ jáǹtì rẹ̀ àwọn tí wọn ò kó tọrọ nìkan lèmi lè júwe soft sand property fún iléeṣẹ́ ìtalétalẹ̀ tó wọn àti 32fm jọ ń ṣe àṣepọ̀ yíkáyíká ìlú Ìbàdàn ni wọ́n nílé tí wọ́n sì nílẹ̀ sí fẹ́lifẹ́li ní àwọn estate wa yìí gbóná lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ àwa la ní Orange Estate tó wà ní Ìdó níbi àwọn lọ́lá ń kọ́lé sí bákan náà ní Mango Estate tó wà lákùfọ̀ lójú ọ̀nà Lifehouse International School ìṣẹ́jú méjì ní secondary school lákùfọ̀ iṣẹ́ tún lọ lọ́wọ́ lórí Banana Estate tó wà ní ẹ̀bá ojú irin omi àdìo ohun tí a fi yàtọ̀ sí ará yòókù ni pé bí ẹ bá ti ń sanwó ilẹ̀ yín fún soft sand property ní 32fm ni wọ́n ti máa já rìsíìtì fún yín ṣe wá rí pé abẹ́rẹ́ tiwa lókun nídìí bí ẹ bá wá ní ilé tàbí ilẹ̀ tí ẹ fẹ́ tà tàbí tí ẹ fẹ́ rà ẹ kàn sí wa ní 32fm àjàkẹ́ni Cocoa House nìbàdàn tàbí kí ẹ pè sórí àwọn nọ́mbà yìí 09115550055 tàbí sórí 09164615000 soft sands property òrùlé fún tẹrú tọmọ.
This taste na banger, this taste na creamy rich, this taste na new Nescafe, original 3-in-1. Thickness, enjoyment, yumminess, happiness, delightfulness, deliciousness, smoothness. This taste na new Nescafe, original 3-in-1.
Enjoy more creamy richness with the new Nescafe Original 3-in-1 in the new pack. That's strong, finish strong.
Stay tuned to 32FM 94.9.
Good morning and welcome back. 0906 2000 949 0809 7000 949. You can also try the number 0705 5949 to be a part of the show and for your comments and reactions. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my sister.
Good morning.
My name is Ade from UI. I say good morning to Augustine too. Well, on Benue killing, my sister, my own very personal opinion. I don't think I'm referring to a government that is pure, a government that is pure on the happenings there. The solution is very easy. You don't need self-defense. You don't need anything, but the bottom line is that, number one, if the president of this country, this government is sincere, they are genuine, they love the people, they first of all declare a state of emergency. And how, if you declare a state of emergency, how will the criminal thrive? Number one, my sister. Number two, if I have to be the president or the advisor or Bajabi that are very close to him, just unfortunately those people are making their own money, they are cashing out. All you advise the president is to reshuffle the military. These people where Fulanis are attacking them, when you want to deploy soldiers there, you deploy Southerners, soldiers who are Southerners. You don't deploy Fulani soldiers to them. They will be protecting their boys. That's what they don't understand. But it depends on a government that does not even know anything, that whose hand is innocent about the killing there. But the bottom line is that finally, if Benue people, Plateau people, where they are being attacked, if they have sons and daughters abroad, they should just find a way to report this government to the international community for their rescue of their people back home. That's the only way out. That's the best of today.
All right. Thank you very much. Hello. Hello. Good morning. All right. The number to call is 0906 2000 949 0829 7000 949. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Miriam from Odejai.
Welcome.
Thank you. As regards the massacre that happened in Benue, it saddens the heart, and this is not the first time we'll be hearing of it. So my question is, why is the federal government taking security of a thing with levity hand? We really cannot continue like this. And until Mr. President is ready to do the needful, I fear this is how we are going to continue. But I will still urge him to please come to our aid. And also the state government should also make meaningful use of the ecological fund. They should all collaborate together and provide maximum security for the people. I pray the Lord will lead them right. That's my favorite one.
All right. Thank you very much. 0906 2000 949. Tolulokwe Adeyemi on Facebook says, good morning. The killings in Benue State should be condemned in its totality because this barbaric act has lingered for a while without any tangible solution by the people in government to put an end to it, which is the most unfortunate part in this issue. The only way out is state police because security is local and it's long overdue now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, everyone in the studio.
Good morning.
This is John Olaruwaju. I'm calling from Masuwo. I will also make a statement on the Benue massacre too. For me, it's like what I read yesterday about somebody in Benue State that also one of the people that live in Yelewasa also said that they are aware of the attack and they took a necessary step by informed the authority, the security agents, that this thing is going to happen. But he said that they didn't do anything. To the extent that many of them are sleeping in the schools and the markets and the churches. So, to me, I don't really understand the way we are doing, the way our security agents are operating. I don't understand because I know that even the DSS will have enough information about what is going on here. But why can't they take a necessary step? I think for wasting the life like this, I don't think that is a very good thing that we need to be debating, talking about every time. Of this recent, we talk about the Plateau massacre too. Do we know the next one? I think the DSS, for what we have now, as we don't have the state police, we have to work on what we have now because the lives are taken. So let the federal government that's in charge of every security agent in Nigeria do the needful. Thank you and good morning.
All right, thank you very much. Oluwaseun Ruth said, it's so obvious the government of today has failed the people because of the incessant killings in Benue getting out of hand, but I will implore the government to take immediate action in finding lasting solution to this menace and forget about their 2027 ambition of a thing for now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, DENIKE.
Good morning.
That is Tolu from UI.
Welcome.
The high rate of insecurity in the land and in respect to what is happening currently in Benue State is not a good one. Sincerely. And it's a signal that the government of the day has failed woefully because the primary objective of the government is to secure the lives and properties of its people. But now, they can use the situation to yield to our popular demand. And that is having a state police. It's long overdue because security is local. So they should please do the needful. Enough of killings, enough of wasting the lives of the people. We are tired of just hearing killings every day. Let them rest out of education and be on top of the situation. Thank you.
All right. Bolomatife Ademijuwon says, good morning. Politicizing security will only lead to more loss of innocent lives. It's crucial for government at all levels to collaborate and contribute to providing adequate security. The state government should utilize the Ecology Fund effectively, and I urge Governor Makinde to continue to prioritize this. Additionally, the federal government should offer maximum support to security efforts. May our leaders be guided wisely. Okedere Babatunde says security reports already expose those behind the Benue Plateau killing. Why is it difficult for the government to take action? We'll pick a call. Hello.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Taya. I'm calling from Old One, Ibadan here. I learned Mr. President is going to Benue today. To do what? The Bible will say, Obe getting lower, Eso Benu. Obe Tisha away. I don't know whether it's going there to wake up the dead people there. Good morning, my sister.
All right, thank you. Miriam Mutiny says it's tragic that many lives have been lost to insurgency in Nigeria, and the recent Benue killings are heartbreaking. While condolence visits are necessary, they won't bring back the lost lives. The federal government must be more proactive in providing security for all. I also urge state governments to take ownership of this responsibility to prevent such incidents from recurring. It's time to go. Austin, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for your analysis this morning. It's time for us to go. All right. Thank you so much for joining us on the Break of Dawn Papers review this morning. Returns tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. to 7:15. And the Smart Kids Show is up next. Keep listening to 32 FM 94.9. My name is DENIKE. Have a beautiful day and bye for now.